The Chevrolet Camaro needs no real introduction. The car has been around since 1967 as the answer to Ford's Mustang, the first ever pony car in the segment. Just as before, the sixth-generation Camaro can be fitted from anything from a 275 horsepower four-cylinder all the way to the beast's 650 horsepower LT4 supercharged LT1 V8 engine, along with the options of either a manual or automatic transmission. Our review subject is a 2SS trim in a convertible body style. The sixth-generation Camaro was first introduced on May 16, 2015 for the 2016 model year, with the mid-cycle refresh happening in fall of 2018 for the 2019 model year. Once again, for the 2020 model year, a slight front styling revision happened to help line up styling languages universally across the Chevrolet car lines. While there are a lot of special edition Camaro packages around to make just about anyone happy, with the Hot Wheels package, to the Redline package, Wild Cherry package and more, ours is somewhat different, and probably one of the most rare. For the 105th running of the Indianapolis 500 race, GM presented the 2021 Camaro as the promotion car in Indy 500 livery. With only 51 cars being built with this special package, our car is number 47 and is painted in satin steel metallic with carbon flash exterior accents, shock yellow accent stripes and carbon fiber accents. The interior is fitted with jet black premium perforated leather. The cars were painted in either our satin steel or bright white and available in either coupe or convertible trims. Of course, the Camaro is rear-wheel drive and power in our car is coming from the 6.2-liter 376 cubic inch 16-valve LT1 V8 engine. This pushrod engine is of aluminum block and head construction with overhead valves and direct fuel injection with an 11.5:1 compression ratio. This engine creates 455 horsepower at 6,000 RPM and 455 pound-feet of torque at 4,400 RPM. The Camaro can rocket from 0 to 60 miles per hour in a scant 3.9 seconds, supercar territory, and 0 to 100 miles per hour in just 8.8 seconds. The quarter mile is elapsed in a mere 12.2 seconds at a trap speed of 118 miles per hour, with a final top speed limited at 165 miles per hour. The Camaro is equipped with a 19 US gallon fuel capacity and requires premium 91-octane fuel. It consumes 5 gallons per 100 miles driven with an estimated total driving range of 380 miles. EPA fuel economy figures are 16 miles per gallon in the city, 26 miles per gallon on the highway, with 20 miles per gallon combined. While a 6-speed manual transmission is offered, our car comes equipped with the $1,595 optional GM Ford Co-op 10-speed 10L90 electronically controlled automatic transmission with manual shift control. The rear of the Camaro, aggressive styling and design cues from the Corvette are plentiful. The LED tail lamps appear as clear white dual-ovid shaped and illuminate red. They are set within the rear fascia, mounted on a gloss black element. This black continues to the trunk lid lip, for a continuous look. Along the top of the rear deck, the carbon flash singular tape stripe is accented on either side with shock yellow accent stripes, and continue both across the remainder of the deck to the trunk. In addition, the aforementioned stripe combo runs along the top of the spoiler as well. Down below, we have ultrasonic parking sensors, large satin stainless steel exhaust surrounds within a carbon flash painted panel, and the temporary Indy 500 parade numbered plate. Along the profile, I have to say that I like the way the Camaro convertible looks much better than the coupe. The Camaro sits on a 110.7-inch wheelbase with an overall length of 188.3 inches. Steering is electrically assisted ZF-sourced variable rate, vehicle speed-sensitive rack and pinion with 2.3 turns lock-to-lock and a 38.1-foot turning radius. Wheels are staggered-sized blade design aluminum with carbon flash-painted accents. Fronts measure 20 by 8.5 inch with the rears measuring 20 by 9.5 inch. Tires are Goodyear Eagle F1 asymmetric run flats with fronts measuring 245/40Z or 20, and rears measuring 275/35Z or 20. Brakes are 4-wheel power-assisted discs assisted by ABS and all-speed traction control. Front and rears feature high-performance Brembo 4-piston shock yellow painted calipers with 13.6-inch vented rotors up front and 13.3-inch vented rotors in the rear. Up front, we have bold, aggressive sporty styling worthy of a supercar, which is fitting, since this car's performance lies within that territory. With ZL1-styled influence appearing, as well as hints of Corvette ZR1, the Camaro SS is an absolute beast of a car within this price point. Carbon flash tape stripes, shock yellow accent stripes, functional hood scoop and lower aerodynamic ground effects complete the appearance. Much like the tail lights, the headlights are full LED with LED daytime running lights and turn indicators. Front-end styling was refreshed in 2018 for the 2018 model year to fall more in line with the rest of the Chevrolet car family. That said, this is a monster all in its own.
Alrighty, one really cool thing about this car is you can actually operate or open the top via the remote keyless entry transmitter. It only operates the opening of the top, but to operate is very simple. First you need to hit the unlock button, then press and hold the top button. Alrighty, and this vehicle is equipped with remote start as standard equipment. Operation is simple. Just press the lock button, then press and hold the remote start button. Alright, before we get inside, let's take a quick look at the key fob. Pretty standard Chevrolet Smart Key Access key fob. Plethora of buttons on here. Lock, unlock, remote start operation, top-down operation. You got your trunk release and your panic alarm. And as I stated before, it is a smart key. So by keeping the key fob in your purse or pocket, you're able to lock and unlock the vehicle doors without using the key at all. To do so is very easy. Just locate this chrome button here on the door handle. And the door is locked. And if you would like to unlock the door, just simply press that button again, and the door unlocks. And inside, we are greeted by a very, very nicely appointed interior. Very sporty. Got some carbon fiber, Alcantara, perforated leather, flat bottom steering wheel. Taking a look at the door panels here. Soft touch plastic here, padded vinyl on the upper armrest here, as well as padded vinyl down here on the actual armrest and the door paddings. Alcantara trim on the grab area. Got this textured trim here, and this brushed stainless door pull. Power door lock switches here. You've got 2 driver memory with easy exit, and here are your controls here. Power mirror controls, front and rear window selector for the window buttons, and they are auto one-touch up and down. More of that texture trim continues down here. Frames the Bose speaker. You've also got a trunk release button there, and a small storage pocket. That's all hard plastic down here. Alright, down in the footwell, just 2 pedals. It's an automatic, unfortunately. Up here on the instrument panel, a couple toggle switches here for your heads-up display or your brightness. Instrument panel brightness and dim. Large circular air vents here. A leather wrapped 3-spoke tilt and telescoping steering wheel. And down here on the tread plates is this really nice looking tread area with this shock color. Has the Camaro profile as well as the Camaro logo and a bunch of small little Camaro flags here. Alright, take a look at the seat controls. Driver's seat is 8-way adjustable. And here are the seats. Two-tone perforated leather, high adjustable height restraints, accent stitching, got this perforation here, these chrome SS badges in the seat backs. Very sporty, provides good lateral and horizontal support. You also have an easy release or here for the ingress to the rear seats. Alrighty, now that we're inside, let's pan through the interior and show more details. There's plenty of details to show, as you can see here. Nice fluidic, easy to use power assisted steering on this very nice leather wrapped 3-spoke steering wheel, which as stated before is tilt and telescopic adjustments. You do have these perforated accents on both sides, and you have smooth leather on the top and the bottom with white accent stitching. 3-spoke design with satin silver or satin stainless steel accents. Camaro logo down here. Down here in the lower portion of the flat bottom part is this really cool shock highlighted Camaro outline. I love that. Multifunction controls, shift controls. So let's take a look at them over here. On the left hand side you have your heated steering wheel control and your cruise control. So you have your power, resume accelerate, and set deaccelerate down here. You've got your favorite cycle buttons here where you can choose favorites and then cycle through those. And then over here on the right hand side you have your voice command and phone controls. Trip computer controls here that control the LCD display, and down here is your volume up and down for the audio system. Right hand side you have a upshift paddle, left hand side a downshift paddle, and over here you have your headlamp controls with auto override, turn signal indicators, as well as your flash to pass and high beams. And then over here on the right hand side is your wiper washer controls. And front and center is your full LCD instrumentation with 2 analog dials to the left and right, 7,500 RPM tach, and a 200 mile/hour speedometer over to the right. Everything else in the middle is full LCD. We'll go over all those screen menus here. Alrighty, now we're going to pan over the top of the dash. As you can see here, it's a really cool dual binnacle design, more of that satin silver trim. It goes to the cowling here, which shows the heads-up display. Alright, moving across the dash. It's all hard plastic, but it feels good to the touch. It actually feels soft. Over here is a huge expansive carbon fiber trim. And front and center is your touchscreen display. Over here is your push button start. Very good graphics, crisp and clear, very reactive screen. This vehicle is equipped with Apple CarPlay, Google Android Auto, Wi-Fi hotspot, OnStar. You also have your climate controls in here. Really cool menu for ambient lighting where you can choose all these different solid colors and these really cool ombre style colors with upper and lower environments. Sirius XM satellite radio equipped. You got My Chevrolet, the Marketplace, Chevrolet apps, Amazon Alexa, and Spotify. Moving down here, you have your home hard key, forward and reverse tracks, power and volume button here, and your back button. And down here, ventilated driver's seat control, heated driver's seat control, temperature readout, and you can adjust your temperature by twisting the bezel ring on your climate vent. And then over here you have your panel distribution and controls, power button here, you can sync driver and passenger climates, automatic mode, AC, recirculate, And then of course the same is true for the passenger side. Switches are climate. And they've also got their own heated and ventilated seat controls. Here in the middle is your fan speed and front and rear defrosters. Down here is your 4-way flasher. And while this car does not have a manual transmission, this automatic transmission selector lever actually feels pretty good to the touch. It does have tap shift for up and down. You've also got this perforated leather with accent stitching, a leather boot, and this aluminum trim here with the Camaro logo and these racing stripes laser etched into it. It actually has a really nice feel. Actually could feel like a manual transmission selector, but it's not. More of that stainless steel accent or brushed aluminum trim coming down here. Traction control off. Drive select modes. Parking brake power switch. You've also got a 12-volt power point here. 2 front cup holders with this illumination here that goes in with the ambient lighting. Nice padded center armrest which opens up to reveal a small amount of storage. 2 USB ports, an auxiliary input jack, and an SD card slot. Overall, the interior of the Camaro is actually a very nice place to be. I would say that the blind spots are pretty good, or pretty high, just because of the high door line and the narrow window. Alright, taking a look overhead, we do have this frameless automatic dimming rearview mirror. 3-channel HomeLink universal garage door opener. It does have a little trick to it though. It does have the camera view. So, you have an actual camera image of what's behind you. It's very handy. And then over top, you have your reading light switches hidden behind the mirror. And the reading lights are actually back there. Fully automatic top operation. OnStar controls, SOS, and a passenger airbag indicator switch. Tiny sun visors. They only fold down. They do not swing out. They do not slide or anything like that. They have vanity mirrors, but no illumination. Alright, now we're going to gain access to the rear seat. By doing so is going to be pretty easy, just by lifting up on this lever here. Famous last words, actually. The seat actually does not move forward. As you can see, the footwell is actually extremely small. And there are your seats. 2 individual bucket seats. You have a wireless charging pad back here. And that's about it as far as amenities are concerned. There is no cup holders, there's no armrest, there's only door speakers and seat belts. And that's it. There's your legroom. And I even moved the passenger seat up just a little bit. Alrighty, so how cramped is cramped? Well, I'm going to show you. Doug DeMuro style, I guess. There we go. The seat's actually in my driving position, maybe a little bit further forward than I would like. And I have no room at all. This is it. With the top up, there's a limited amount of headroom, obviously, but with the top down, it's infinite. There is absolutely no legroom and no feet room at all. It's very, very awkward and uncomfortable. People were watching. Alright, here's just a really quick view of the car with the top up. As you can see, the black top fits nice and snug. It's a very tight fitting top. Looks very good actually with the exterior color of this car. Glass rear window, of course it is heated. And of course, inside is actually fully lined and insulated. Alright, let's get into the trunk. There are 3 ways to access the trunk. First way is through this button here mounted in the lower driver's door. The second way is right here in the bumper area, about right next to where the camera is. There's a membrane switch right here. You can press that and that will actually release the trunk. The third way is pressing and holding, or double pressing the trunk button on the key fob. Alrighty, there's a trunk opening there. As would be expected, the trunk is actually fairly small. Go over some of the lid areas here. So you got this carpeting here. You got a fixed release handle here that glows in the dark. And then here with the top up or in the down position, this has to be in its folded area so you don't impede in the top well. But as you can see, the storage is pretty deep, but it's not big by any means. And then in the floor area, in lieu of a spare tire, you don't have anything. Batteries back here, or at least the jumper leads and the fuses. And then you have an amplifier here for your sound system, a towing eye, and a small amount of storage, but nothing else. And then to access more of the trunk, if you have the top down or up, as you can see, then it gets a lot nicer. And there's more storage back here, but the top resides in this area. So this has to be in place in order for the top to function. Alrighty, and that does conclude our in-depth walk around look at the 2021 Chevrolet Camaro 2SS Indy Pace Car Edition. We hope you found the review informative. If you did like it, please comment down below. Also, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/neighborhoodcarreviews, Instagram at BrentsOJ1. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.